So annually we give out over £2 million worth of grants, but they're spread across 150 or so grants in the year, and that's spread around 10 countries in the world, across 8-9 different currencies. So there's quite a lot to keep track of at that point. So we have three guiding pillars that we have within the foundation, which are Digital Divide, and then what we call Charity of the Year and staff sponsored charities. I think if you look at what we did, I think it's useful to start off, we used Excel, and that's because we didn't really know what the structure of our chart of accounts, what we wanted our P&L and our balance sheet to look like at the beginning. So we started off in Excel, where obviously you can do anything you like, which is good and bad. After we've been trading for a year and a bit, we then had a pretty set idea of how we wanted to report our numbers, and how we could have a structure that also suited us at that point in time, and then also allowed us to scale up. So I personally think that it's useful to want to know your structure of that you want to implement in the finance package before jumping in. You need a bit of structure first. So we're in our first year of using Access Financials. We're in our actual third year of the foundation being in existence, but it's the first year we've used Access Financials. And it took maybe a month to set up, which was everything really from having our initial conversations through to getting onboarded on the platform, and then starting to bring in our open items and move into our first month of trading on financials. So the system before we used was Excel, so we just recorded our transactions in Excel, but from a scalability point of view, it's not a way to be able to scale. And in our first year and a half, we didn't, from the number of grants we did, it wasn't that many, but now we're scaling up and we're doing more than 100 grants a year. We need a proper finance package. I would say they've got the right software for the charity sector. If you want to track your committed costs and your actual costs, if you want to track your restricted and unrestricted budgets, it's the right software for you to use. So I think in the charity sector, the uniqueness compared to the commercial sector is the restricted and unrestricted funds. If we're giving donor money, some of that donor money is restricted and can only be used for certain projects. Some of the rest of that donor money is unrestricted and we can use for any projects. So we need to track all donor money coming in to know whether it's restricted, unrestricted, and then when we're spending it, to also track it as restricted or unrestricted. Our favourite bit of functionality would be the project costing side of Access Financials, and how we can use that to track each individual grant we give, knowing whether it's restricted or unrestricted, and tracking the committed costs of that. And each week and each month we automatically extract that into Access Office integration, review that information in pivot tables, which allows us to present it to trustees in a way that's really easy for them to consume. So if we didn't have the software, we would struggle to function just as a charity, and we would struggle to keep track of our committed and actual spend, and our budget in the month and budget in the year without the software. Data entry and having a single source of the truth is kind of what's key to us. So right from the beginning of that process of when we give a grant out, we know how much we're giving the grant to, we know how much we're committed to, right from that point all the way through to the invoice coming in, us paying the invoice, it going through into the general ledger. That's our key aspect there. Yeah, so working with Access has been really nice for us, and was great from the outset. So Access is a sort of a platform that all the products sit in, called Workspace. And right from the beginning, I remember the onboarding meeting I had with the Access employee. She took me through the onboarding process into Workspace, where you can set up your key users, and from that point you can then grant them rights to use certain applications. And we use the financials product as well as the learning product for some safeguarding training that all our members of the foundation have to do each year. We have Charity Commission, where every charity has to upload their audited accounts each year. And the key thing to avoid is having your accounts qualified, because no charity wants to have their accounts on the Charity Commission as qualified accounts. So using an application where you are confident in the numbers, and therefore when they get audited and put on the Charity Commission site, that you're confident in them is key to the whole sector, and that's where the trust lies.